Okay.
Evening, everyone. We'll call this regular meeting to order. Call this regular meeting of the council to order. We'll begin as usual with the pledge of allegiance. Greg, would you call the roll, please?
Council President Suzanne Souter. Councilperson Norman Zubaka. Councilperson Andrew Zelt. Councilperson Brian Madaway. Also present, Mayor Valerie Leary, City Administrator Antonina Tantillo, and Chief Richard McCabe.
Thank you. Before we go on with the regular order of the agenda, we're going to jump to the last item with Mr. Salter, and he's going to tell us about the community collaboration of Delaware, and this way he doesn't have to sit through the whole. David Salter. Switch. Helps with the recording too, if the mic is on.
Doesn't? Yeah.
There we go.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to hear this evening. I look forward to talking to you not just about CCD and what we do, but specifically the youth programs or youth development initiative that is city funded, city grant funded. We have had major success the last 5 years in developing collaborations and community partnerships, working with different entities in the city of Newcastle and locating in other businesses located directly out of the city of Newcastle as well that extend, that 19720 zip codes. We have provided multiple different resources over the last 5 years. This November is our 5th year in business, so we're looking forward to celebrating our 5-year anniversary of being in business. And we have, in those last 5 years, developed community-based resources that we believe have made a real impact for the people that we serve. We have developed a care program, which is our flagship program. It's our recovery program. We house in 6 different residences. We house 64 individuals at any one time for transition recovery services. We provide comprehensive case management and structured house management services as well, anything from transportation needs to job seeking to just having a solid foundation for their recovery. And we are there for them in all of those ways. And we then also have a core program, which is our community outreach program that is actually a partnership with Newcastle City Police Department. And we're very proud of that. That's a newer venture of ours where we have 2 individuals that go out into the community to provide community outreach. And they also make sure that if there's any needs that come from overdoses that happen within the 197 zip code, that there's a immediate follow-up from someone with lived experience and that connected individuals, the resources that they need if they are interested in seeking those resources. We have also provided youth development programming for the last 2 school years, not this year, funding. We have provided an extended care program for the youth at Carey Downey Elementary School, where we have run 3 before and after care, and also 4 weeks of summer camp opportunities for the students at Carey Downey as a resource for them and their families. We are here tonight to speak, well, I'm here tonight, to speak about the VOTE program, our Healthy Options for Prevention Education program. But we are, thanks. We are unfortunately in a position that we were hoping to not find ourselves in with the VOTE program. So we started marketing this program initially in early August. We then really made sure that we put a concerted effort forward the end of August, beginning of the school year, to promote a free prevention program. The prevention itself, the prevention curriculum itself is Project Alert, and it is an 11-week prevention program that we were going to run, or that we planned to run at the library down the street. We unfortunately have only had 3 students sign up for that program, although we have gone out of our way to market this program in all of the ways that we believe we're going to make a impact in that recruitment effort. We have distributed over 1,000 flyers to the local schools that are located in the city, and also outside the city limits. We had targeted George Reed Elementary School, George Reed Middle School, McCullough Middle School, Harvest Christian Academy, the Delaware Valley Classical School, and Charter School of Newcastle. So we have distributed over 1,000 flyers to those schools. As I've told my leadership team, the hope has always been that we are seeing those flyers go in the book bags, the schools are promising us that they are, and then we are assuming that parents are getting these flyers from their children's book bag, but there's no guarantee that they have. We have also made sure that information for this program has gone to the city prior, but the month of August and September, in large part due to advocacy for this program, Councilman Madaway, who's been a huge support for our marketing efforts and getting word out to local families on behalf of CCD in this program. So we had that town prior, or the city prior rather, with information. The last city prior that went out, we had a QR code that was attached to it that led parents or guardians directly to registration. So I say all of that because we unfortunately are finding ourselves, as I said, in a position where we don't believe that we have recruited enough students to make good use of the funds that were provided to us from city government. And we want to make sure that we work with all of you on the council, and we want to listen to opinions and thoughts as to how we can utilize this resource in a way that is going to be an impactful program or programs for the citizens of Newcastle. Is there any questions?
Questions from council?
Thank you for coming and presenting. I appreciate the summary. I'll start with how many students did you anticipate sign up and what grades were you targeting?
Sure. Our initial recruitment was for 7th grade students. Project Alert focuses on 7th graders. When we only had 2 students sign up initially from the 7th grade cohort, we did reach out to Project Alert and we got permission to extend our registration to 6th and 8th graders as well. So we then, within the last 3 weeks, had put out another notice to all of the schools, additional round of flyers. We updated our flyer. We then, on the bottom of said flyer, made sure to include that all students would receive dinner provided through this program on a monthly basis. And then we made sure that all those flyers got out to the 6th and 8th grade populations as well. Unfortunately, since then, we've only seen 1 additional sign up. We have had some individuals that have reached out to Councilman Madaway, and then we had another parent guardian that reached out directly to us, inquiring about signing up for a child, but we have not had any additional sign-ups since then. The goal was always to have 15 to 20 students, and we do not believe that it would make sense to start this program with any less than 10. We have identified some barriers as well, some of the barriers that we were assuming would play out with this type of program, being that it would run in the after work hours, after school hours, but it wasn't being run at a school itself. So the idea was that we would be at the local library where it was a fair and equitable opportunity for anyone that has a student that is within the 7th grade and then now the 6th, 7th, 8th grade population to attend, but having parents having to drop their student off for an hour for 11 straight weeks and then either stay at that library or go home and then come back for an hour is more than likely 2 of the major barriers that we have found in trying to recruit students for this program.
And are you able to share what schools the 3 kids are from?
I do not have that information. I could definitely forward that to you tomorrow. I do not have that information.
I'm just asking that in case, there could be a programmatic change to the school that's predominantly signed up so far.
Yeah.
My colleagues identify.
I would definitely look into that.
And are you in touch with principals or assistant
Yes,
principals?
yeah, we've been in touch with, for Plymouth School District, we've been in touch with their executive care coordinator, the director of their Weekly Go Health. We've been in touch with principals for both of those schools that I mentioned previously. We've been in touch with counselors, we've been in touch with White Street schools. Kind of our job of making sure that we're marketing this program and letting those know that this is a great resource, that this is a great program. I was just on a training last Thursday for school-based prevention programs. And for every $1 invested in youth prevention, it saves whatever entity that is, whether it's a state government, a city government, it saves $11 when they are adults. That is what the statistics say, that's what the data supports. And we know that if we can get to the students when they're younger, we have a better chance of making sure that they have a tool to prevent them from ever taking that first substance.
No doubt, I have no doubt about that. I think I, made a comment when we were debating about this, even just one kid trajectory being altered by this program would be, worthy effort. And my last question, I'm sorry for many questions, is what is the reason for not wanting to start with, let's say, 3 or 5 kids, like under 10? Is there a reason why you would pick up, smaller group approach?
The particular reason is that we want to make sure that we're reaching as many kids with the funding that was provided as possible. The other reason is that we have a strong feeling, and this is from my experience running other development programs,